Matthew 13:5. Allah de episen epita petrode hapu uk eken gain palein, kaiutheos exanetelen diata me echen bathos geis. Here Jesus is in the midst of the parable of the sower. He says, but others, and this is in contrast up above where we had the men, right? But others fell, that is other seed. That's why we have this neuter plural form. The lexical form of that is the adjective allos, other, but here it's the neuter plural. But others fell, singular verb for a neuter plural subject, upon the rocky places, right? The neuter plural substantive, obviously rocky soil, but rocky areas, rocky places, the word soil or places or areas implied, where they did not have, right? Because we're continuing with the seeds here, which are neuter plural, and so we have singular verbs, where they did not have much earth or much soil within the context. Palein gain, much soil. And immediately, again, we're continuing with the neuter plural subject, even though it's a singular verb. Immediately they sprang up because, and here we have the dia plus the infinitive, so we have to sort of put it through the meat grinder to make it normal English. Let's do it without that first. So, because the not to have the depth of earth. But in English, we need to make that a normal sounding because clause, and the implied subject here is the seeds. So because they did not have, me ekein, because they were not having depth of earth or depth of soil. That's why they sprang up quickly, because the thin layer of soil was heated up quickly and the seeds germinated. Look at this exanetelen, okay? What is the lexical form of that? Well, it's exanatello. And if you look at that, it's a compound verb with actually two prepositional prefixes. There's the ex and the ana. And then I want you to see in the form up above, in the verse, do you see how this alpha here has been replaced with an epsilon? There's our augment. And then we have a spelling change in the stem. We also lost a lambda. Oh yeah, this is one of those liquid verbs where you can't have a sigma. The sigma is rejected, and we have different compensations. You take the sigma, you have to give more vowel. The more vowel comes in the stem. The epsilon has shifted to an epsilon iota. So what we have up above, we have an aorist active indicative, third person singular, and all those spelling adjustments there are, well, the augments to show it's aorist, but then the other spelling or adjustments are because it's a liquid verb, which I'll remind you is a verb whose stem ends in a lambda, mu, nu, or rho. And those letters cannot come up next to a sigma. So the future and the aorist will have various spelling adjustments.